Same spot, almost 2 months later, after I said, I believe nothing can stop me, 3K in 3 days, and since then, everything stopped. 3 days later, I turned 18. 10 days later, my mother packed all the stuff from my rooms that I have to leave, basically kicking me out. I spent half the day outside on the streets, and believe me, you appreciate the smaller things way more when you don't know where to sleep that night, when you have to get internet from the city Wi-Fi. I was charging my phone while being on the bus. I spent half the night outside in the cold on a hard and painful wooden bench, like in the busiest part of the city. Could barely sleep. Turned back home. Still, my entire room was a mess. Everything packed, like still to this day to an extent. And I got back into bad habits, like I was 14 again, because my alarm clock was deactivated, so it didn't go off the next day. I overslept. My sleep rhythm was fucked. The day I got kicked out was a Sunday. Stores had closed. I couldn't eat, so I overate the next day. My diet was fucked then. Like, how no, you can't imagine how bad I felt posting the how to stop procrastinating, optimize your day video that I recorded earlier after waking up at 11, 12 a.m., scrolling on TikTok, sleeping 10, 11 hours every day till yesterday or the day before. I got into a lot of bad habits again. I knew I had to move out, and at that point I already viewed apartments for months that I could rent, and the next apartment I looked into was 7 days later. Analyzed it 2 days before I decided it's slightly off and I can get something better, so wasted time there. During that time was also running the pumpkin light and the blood mat that got me 700k views, like one sale from India, and it didn't even pay, so wasted time there. And in the last month since then, I've traveled some days 6 to 7 hours just viewing apartments, could barely focus on the business. And while I was traveling to those apartments, to one specifically, I was so stressed just in general that I peeled off my leather phone case. I dropped my phone yesterday with all my personal data, all my access, and it got completely destroyed. It had half of my Q4 niche growth accounts that I prepared on it. I spent the entire day yesterday like recovering my SIM card. I had to literally break the entire phone open because the drawer was broken where you could pull the SIM card out. Like, I literally had to cut the phone open and just to get the SIM card. And it's like, also, I haven't filed half the shit for the business I registered last month when I turned 18 because Germany is slow with letters, and I didn't receive a document like 1 month after registering. So my PayPal got permabanned because I didn't have the document, and my health insurance company now wants to charge me 1,000 euros if I don't file a complaint until next week, because they didn't have an income statement for me. Like, they want to charge me if I don't file 1,000 euros instead of the usual 200, 300 euros. So it's like playing 5 games at once with a broken phone, like playing 5 games with a broken leg, kinda. And also with the mentorship, there were troubles. Like, I sent a message into the WhatsApp group, like, if you feel something is off about the mentorship, partnership, whatever, just say it. And I was sending it every other week, like, I'm not getting consistent feedback, I feel like I'm not improving. And the day I wrote that message, because, my mentor is basically, I paid for a 7-figure hands-on approach from that mentor that he promised me, and he basically gave me most of the time general advice, like stay consistent and just pick better products. And the one time he reviewed my content, he only said like fix your lighting, but also not how to fix the lighting. So I was basically only getting content feedback from 20k, 50k revenue coaches in the group, and the coaches reached out to me that day. I wrote a message saying your mentor is stealing products from you, giving you worse, and doesn't pay us. So I don't know if that's true. I missed some. I was pretty early on the Christian watches and golf jewelry that he told me not to run. I don't know if that's true. I still appreciate the community I got access to from the mentorship, like some cool people on Discord I want to meet after Q4 in real life. I've now joined a new mentorship like 1 week earlier before sending that message because I felt like I was not improving. for another 1.7k after already spending 2.5k on their past mentorship in hopes of getting more feedback. Maybe I shouldn't have joined the mentorship, without testimonials or case studies. If you feel good, confident, you're a bit more advanced about the product, just run it. Because in the end, it's business and everybody wants a good product for themselves. It's just, I'm in the shit for a year now, improving since February. Then I can't convince my parents to open a store. I pick products that don't go viral anymore. Then I can convince my parents. I pick low converting products. Then I go into mentorship without consistent feedback and probably worse products. And then all these personal issues now. It's like back to back to back. I don't even know if I can mention all the things here in this video or if I forget something, because there's so many shit happening in the last month. Like, all things came just crashing down all at once. And if I make a 3k a day in 3 days video, I want to also show this side, because in the beginning of this channel I promised, show the highs and lows, authentic, and it doesn't have to be that hard. Like, some people hit smoothly after 5 months of dedicating, they hit like big months and shit, but now I'm worse off than before. Like, I'm at 6k with PayPal banned, I'm like at 5k. I'm worse off than Scratch. I'm worse off than any time in my entire life, because I have just so many troubles, and I had panic attacks for a whole week, like every night, because I have all these things going on. I can't just say good night and sleep, like even with meditating and shit. It's just, even if I talk about this, I get panic attacks and short breathing again. We had to call an ambulance because I couldn't breathe, and it's just back to back to back. Yesterday my phone goes broke. I have to spend another 300 euros to order a phone. It's like I went from I have to make this work to I actually need to make this work, because otherwise I'm like, I looked into an apartment 3 days ago that I can probably move out in 2 weeks if things go well. I have the apartment contract already, but no final confirmation. So if things go well, I moved out in 2 weeks, and I already ordered new products, hopefully better ones this time with the new mentorship. And I also bought like US SIM cards and invested into a VPN to target US, so things can turn around quickly again. And I'm just trusting the process, even if it takes me 1 more year. Like, I don't care. It's just right before Q4 is the wrong timing for all this moving out, personal issue, business shits, all the customers reaching out to me because the supplier fucked up with the product, is like way cheaper than it looked into it in the images. All the troubles with that, and it's like, if I would tell my situation to any rational person, they would think I'm suicidal or something. I don't even want to upload this video. My family found a YouTube channel, and I haven't talked to my friends in over a year, because I just imagined this whole thing differently. I thought like, okay, I'm gonna get 6 months dedicated and then I can reach out to my friends again and shit, but bro, it's just insane. And I have so many big plans for 2026, personal and business wise. I can't mess this Q4 up, and it's just right before I get, like, I've never been worse off. Like, my dopamine is fucked. I have so many struggles, like I'm 14 again. Like, honestly, I don't remember this version of me since I'm 14, and it's really fucked up. And maybe it's embarrassing, but no, I promise I'm gonna keep it transparent here, and it usually doesn't have to be that hard. Like, I'm the stereotype homeless final boss guy your parents think about when starting a business. Like, it doesn't have, you don't have to be on it like this many issues. I got into gambling, gambled 1,000 euros away with no clear mind, because fast money, make the money fastly back. I didn't have a clear mind, lost 1,000 euros. So things can turn around quickly. It can be like the, thunder, rain before the sunshine, whatever. Because, let's say the products in 2 weeks get money in, I can move out and shit. I'm kind of get my shit together. So another winning product, 50k, 20k, even 10k, would give me way more peace right now. Like, it completely changed my life. I just have to focus on making the best possible videos, Most of the apartments I got declined or didn't even receive an answer. A few of those were like not quite as I imagined. I've also had to pay 300 euros for an accountant, so he sends me a document that basically proves my income from August, just to have the possibility of renting the apartment, so another expense. But yeah, I hope you basically learn from my mistakes, and I appreciate everyone for checking in, and I hope I can, get out of this and update you with like the fun stuff, dropshipping, like Q4, ching ching ching, bro. Like Iman Gatsi said, like get bitter or get better, bro. It's up to you.